Here it is, the Baco Tunes podcast with Matt Munoz. Audio brought to you by Chain Cone Clark.
Hey, Baco Tunes listeners, some of you may have already heard this episode some time ago, but since it's Halloween, I'm reposting it with some extra bonus flavor at the end. Trick or treat. It's all about being berserk here on the Baco Tunes podcast, and I have a special Halloween treat for you. We've all heard the same ghost and demon stories year after year around Halloween, right? Well, tonight I have something even better. This is a real life story about the real scary monsters, humans. Okay, what you're about to hear is a true story from some close friends of mine, Mo and Kathy Adame, two very unique individuals. Mo is a mild-mannered local musician known for his work with Bakersfield's Burning Image. His wife Kathy is a lovely and mellow individual with some psychic gifts. During their spare time, they also cleanse houses from ghosts and evil spirits and document their findings. Yes, we're talking about real-life Ghostbusters here. I've seen the pictures, folks, and I've also heard the stories, plenty of them, and it's pretty freaky. Look, before we get to the audio story told by Mo and Kathy Adame themselves, let me tell you how a friend of mine, musician Cesario Garasa, and I got involved in this latest ghost-busting adventure. Cesario, Mo, and I all used to work at a local Blockbuster music store together back in the day. We're all music freaks and love horror films, so we always talked about the latest, strangest, grossest, and most bizarre movies out there. We'd heard about this movie called The Begotten from 1991. It was directed by Elias Merhige, who also directed Shadow the Vampire and Suspect Zero. It was Merhige's first film, and we all agreed, but we had to see it. I can't do the film justice by describing it myself because you really have to experience it for yourself on film. Here's an online description I found on RottenTomatoes.com. Quote, The Begotten is an acclaimed and controversial film that is a visual poem about metaphysics, creation, the death of God, and the birth of nature. Filmed in deep, rich black and white, this gorgeous work has been compared to David Lynch's Eraserhead, and it is permeated with the sensations of a particularly vivid and perverse dream or a fully engrossing hallucination. Make any sense? Maybe. But seriously, you have to see the Begotten movie. It's also been described as a metaphysical splatter film on a lot of review boards. There's some very strange scenes in this movie. It's pretty disturbing, but I guarantee you won't be able to take your eyes off it. Okay, back to the story. During our music store days, Cesario ordered The Begotten to be stocked in the music store we worked at together. Not surprisingly, it sat on the shelf and no one ever bought it. But eventually it ended up in the video bargain bin too. Cesario bought the movie and it was soon at the house we both shared as roommates. A few years had passed and I ran into Mo Adame again and I told him about the Begotten movie and that we had purchased it. Well, Cesario had actually purchased it, but it ended up in my place, so whatever. Anyway, he really wanted to see it, so I snuck it out of Cesario's video collection, and it ended at Mo's house for a few more years. I had forgotten about it, but soon the movie came up again in other conversation. Mo finally paid Cesario for the movie so he could keep it, and then some years later, I get a call from Mo. He told me about how the Begotten video I secretly loaned him, and Cesario ended up selling to him, saved his and Kathy's lives. No lie, look. After he told me the story, I told him he had to share it with the rest of Bacotopia. The story has murder, drug cartels, pornography, hauntings, and of course The Begotten. So without further ado, I present to you a true story about how The Begotten saves lives. So gather around the computer kiddies, dim the lights, bless yourself, and hold on. Happy Halloween!
Okay.
How did we get it? How did the video? We're talking about the movie The Begotten by Elias Merhige, which was released like in the early 90s?
Yeah.
And you gave it to us.
Yeah.
I got it from Cesario.
Yeah.
That's right, because you told us about it.
Yeah.
And then we got it and watched it.
And Cesario was the one that said, you need to watch this movie. It is it's right up your alley. I think you'll like it. So eventually I did. I got the movie. And then the way the story goes after this, where'd she go? All right. I just said about how Cesario recommended the movie to us and that we'd like it and it'd be...
And then some time years later, in my spare time, I go around and I depossess houses and on occasion humans. And I do hauntings. I check out and scientifically want to know, is there really something there? Someone I know who also does that said, hey, there's a place on the east side where a couple people have been murdered. They say it's haunted. They want us to go and check it out. And I'm like, okay, sure. Well, things happen. And I go, okay, finally we arranged it. We're going over there. And it was some guy who does videos for weddings. All right?
Okay.
okay, we'll just check out and see if there's any real ghosties. So Mo and I and Gary, we're all going to go over there. Gary's all going with those guys to meet, and going to meet us there. So Mo and I drive up. We get there, we get out, we're all getting out. And it's a good sized building, and it's over by the Mercado Latino. And so we get into this building, and as soon as we walk in, we realize there's something very, very bad here. And it wasn't the ghosts. The guy who greeted us was obviously something to do with Mexican mafia, far beyond gang.
It was beyond that.
It was beyond that.
Beyond
This was
that.
like cartel. And of course, he knew it. Now, just before which I forgot, just before we went inside, Gary goes, he picked me up with these 4 guys from South America. I was kind of scared, so I told them that Mo was with.
Oh, nice.
And I go, well, all right. When I got in and was greeted by this, and the guy would only talk to Mo, of course not to a woman, I was like, what did you get us into? And I'm looking around, there's not a single video or DVD cassette, nothing to be found. So there's just this space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mo and I had decided to take Begotten with us at the last second. For some reason, because we wanted to play something. He said they had a huge screen. They wanted to play something on it while we were there for effect.
To try out some equipment, some new equipment that they
had, right. So then there's the guys from South America. There's this guy, and when you think that it's bad enough, I'm really mad. So I'm trying to stay cool. We're all dressed in black. I've got this long black coat. I'm totally look like the demon from hell. And I'm walking through checking things out. Then Mo gets to have a tour.
Oh yeah. Well, first.
And Begotten started. Begotten's playing.
Well, before they gave me a little tour of the place. This guy walks in with his girlfriend.
Oh.
And this guy reminded me of the guy with the chainsaw in Scarface. And I'm thinking, oh man, this is
and
not good.
he was mad.
He looked over and he's
was
talking to
mad.
the video guy, and he closes the door and he's chewing him a new one, and he's pointing, he's like that, looking at us, and he's going, doing all this. And I'm like, oh, this is not good.
Because they know where he's from.
So then one of the associates, he says, let me show you the studio, what we want to do, and we'd like to know if you could give us some advice as to like what kind of equipment we need and this and that. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't they, research this before? So he says, come on over here. So he leads me into this dark room, okay? And I'm looking back and I'm thinking, that's probably the last time I'm going to be seeing Kathy. Because I'm thinking they're going to cap me or something. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just like walking, dead man walking. I'm walking into this room and I'm just thinking.
How slow were you walking? Were you just
I was taking my time.
you hear the bells call?
And in the meantime, I'm depossessing the place and trying to get the hell out of here in another room.
So we go into this room and stuff, and he says, so what do we need? I says, well, what do you want to do? What is it that you want to do? He says, well, we need to get some video equipment and stuff like that. And well, I don't really know much about video. And he shuts the door. And by then, I'm going. I'm like, well, you're gonna need some of this and a mixing board probably, and so on and so on. And I don't know how I did it, but I kind of, to the door. When he wasn't looking, just kind of edged my way to the door, and I just said, okay, well then, I'm gonna go see what my wife's doing over there, and got out of that room. I walked over to her and I said, we need to get the hell out of here pronto.
But we had to play it cool.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, the guys from South America are staring at this film, and so are these other guys, and they're terrified. Now what
because they're Catholic.
And looking at us like brujos, witches. So they're like, you're with the devil. And then they thought Begotten was a real snuff film that we brought. And they're talking to him about it in Spanish and asking him about it because they thought it was real. And Mo's all, oh, I love this
They were
film.
transfixed. They were looking at this movie, and then they kind of look at us, and they look at the movie, and
These people are gonna kill us.
and they're like,
Exactly.
then they said, "You think they're really killing people in that movie?" And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. And he goes, you like this? And we both went, oh yeah. After that, they just kind of went,
No, that's when you went, I love
Oh, yeah.
this.
I said, I love
this
this
is my favorite film. I love this. And they were just...
They kind of walked away. They just went, okay, well, we're going to go to another room or
And then
something.
went in the other room. I said, we're finishing up. And the guy, realizing that the Gary who got us into this, that one of the head guy, realized because he was talking to Gary, realized Gary's useless. It was me that he needed. And so he totally ignored Gary. And then I was worried for him because I thought, because this is railroad tracks, people get killed all over there all the time. And the thing is they do porn films, and we found out, and they were trying to get him to do one, and was talking to him about it. So he started getting a little nervous, and so the head guy comes over to me and totally talks to me about the haunting, what's here, did you depossess the place, all this kind of stuff. And then he goes, and he looks to Mo, of course, because I can't speak for myself, and he goes, may I give your wife a drink? And Mo goes, no, and he had glasses of wine already poured, and I was like, no, that'll be fine. We're going to be leaving right now. So then to get the other head guy out to tell him that we were done, I walked up, and the guy goes, no, they're having a meeting right now. No. And the girl that was with him was just high fucking me.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my God! And he's just yelling and pissed. And it's when I told him, I go, we're getting our, that's when we got all our stuff. But they were just horrified over the film. They told us they thought it was a real snuff film. And then later they called Gary. They called Gary, and they didn't want nothing to do with us anymore because they thought that we really did this. This was our idea of taking care of people, unlike their idea of just shooting them.
They scared the cartel.
Well, they told them, they go, we're scared to death of them. They flat out told them. They said,
Don't bring them over anymore.
yeah, we're
Don't bring them over.
I don't want to be sad.
And then, so we told Gary on the way home, we said, Gary, you're lucky we don't kill you and dump your ass somewhere.
Remember the picture?
And one last thing I want to say is thank you, Cesario, for the movie.
Yes, Cesario said no lie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Or else we wouldn't be telling the story right now.
So, never be afraid of the dead. It's the living that will come get your ass.
And that's a true story.
Oh, yeah. Now that you survived that madcap adventure with Mo, Kathy, and Cesario, here's your treat for sticking around. It's a classic track by Mo's band, Burning Image, titled The Final Conflict.
It's cold and dark in this desolate world.
The Baco Tunes podcast with Matt Munoz. New episodes every week. And for the latest, be sure to follow us at Baco Tunes on Instagram and Twitter. That's BAKOTUNES. And be sure to like us, rate us, comment at us, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time.